Alright guys, made it here to Georgia Karting Complex for Stars and Stripes Shootout. We're going to be running the Premier tomorrow with the new wrap, thanks to my mom. And we're going to be trying to sell the other black Premier that we got today, or tomorrow. And hopefully we can get a good finish. We're going to be doing tires with Ian from Premier. And it's going to be great tires, and they've been working on the track all day, and it should be good by tomorrow. Alright, skilled the car at Ian's trailer, and he didn't like the seat that we had, and I moved around too much in it. So we went ahead and bought a new seat from David Rowland, which I appreciate very much. And we're installing that now and just trying to get it done before the storm is supposed to roll in. Woke up here in the morning at the Stars and Stripes Shootout. We're here at Georgia Karting Complex. It looks like there's going to be a bunch of karts here today. I'm running Junior 2 based off of the way everything fell. I'm running Junior 2 with blue plate and 320 pounds of weight. We're waiting on the motor from Ian, and then tires came in and pre-tech, and that's all we got right now. Alright guys, just finished up the first round of qualifying. We did great. We went out there and put down a good lap, and we ran a 14.6, which is good enough for 5th place, and I'm glad to break the top 5. And right now we're just working on some improvements of the thing, and we might move the spindle, the left rear, and then go out there and hopefully do as good as we did in the first qualifying. Alright, voicing over the start of the first points race. Well, not even points race, just the prelude race for the Stars Stripes Shootout at Georgia Karting Complex. I should be starting 5th, but I think someone didn't show up, so I ended up starting 4th. But no matter what, we're still starting up way higher than I thought I was going to be. I was just going to be happy to crack the top 10 in qualifying and end up cracking top 5, which is great. Way better than we expected. And there's only like one kart here that I recognize, which is Cole Perkle, who I raced with down in Florida. And he's the green and black kart behind me. So our plan going in this race was, if we can, we would possibly work together and then try and catch the leaders. But it actually does look like I ended up starting 5th, not 4th. Here they start going into 3, which is sometimes not allowed, but they give us the green flag no matter what. And I get a good jump. And I'm able to follow the kart right behind me really closely. And I jump up to 4th because one car runs up off the track. And then I end up going just a little high, and I'm not able to get back in. And I get a little slam from someone, and I just fall way back. But I'm able to tuck in line before the last are able to get by. So you can see the leader's completely broken away from the pack, and then there's one middle section, and there's the guys in the back. So right now, all I'm trying is, since the pack ahead of me has broke out, I was hoping maybe someone behind me could catch up and then help push me to catch up to the pack ahead. Or I was hoping I could try and find a line to gain some speed. So I was trying to experiment in 3 and 4, which is where I was struggling all day. And you can see I actually do gain on the karts ahead right there because they started fighting. So right here I'm catching up. You can see some karts are running off the track, which is getting dust. Sorry for the background noise. Sorry about that. We're staying at a friend's house in the motorhome and they just came in, so sorry about that. But you can see I actually end up gaining a spot on the red car right there. I'm able to slip underneath, going in the corner. And I didn't even have that great a run on him. I just was like, I have to pass at least one person. So I just shot to the bottom and hope he gave me room. Which he did, which was awesome. But you can see now I'm not getting any draft or any help from anyone behind. But I'm actually speeding up. So I'm just stuck in the middle, really. And you see a kart spins off there. And I thought for sure there was going to be a caution, which I was really hoping for. Because if I could close back up on the leaders, I'm in 6th or 7th right now. So if I could close back up, I could have a chance to keep going. But they were really hesitant on throwing cautions all day. Like, I think they only threw like 5 or 6 cautions all day. Except for the Junior 1 race. That was an absolute mess. That took forever. See, another person runs off the track. It was really easy to run off the track on 4. And right as you got off the groove, it was crazy bumpy. And going into turn 1, and right on the start-finish line, there were some giant bumps. And my elbow is still swollen today when I'm doing the voiceover on Sunday. You see, I ended up running off the track there, and I thought I was completely screwed, but I ended up not really. It didn't matter that much. Even though the red kart caught up to me, it didn't really matter that much. See, that red kart's actually gaining on me some because he's got in my draft. So what would be smart for him to do now is to see if he can gain on me, even though there's only 2 laps left. But let's say it was a longer race, if he was able to get up to my bumper, and instead of just trying to move me out of the way or pass me, if he just started working with me and hitting me, like pushing me down the straight, backing up the corner, and then pushing down the straight, we'd be able to catch back ahead. But all in all, it was a pretty good race. I think we only lost 2 spots because I started 5th. So way better than I thought I was going to do, and I was just happy I didn't get hung out to the outside.
15 kart field rolling on track for a 20-lap main in stock super heavy. On the pole out of Tempe, South Carolina, it's the 84 machine, Chris McCraw. Going from second, another South Carolina native out of Inman, driving car number 18.
Pretty good. I finished worse than qualified, but I ran off the track a little. And I got stuck on the outside, and I got trained. So that's my mistake. If I kept on the bottom more, I could have stayed up higher. But it was a good race, and I got passed clean, and I made a clean pass. And I got a new strat I'm going to bring into this race, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, coming at you for the pro race. Here I'm starting in 10th, so I'm way farther back than I was the first race. So I need to hopefully gain some positions off the start here. And I'm actually starting behind Cole Perkle again, who's my buddy from Florida that I was telling y'all about earlier. So hopefully we can work together like he tried to do with me in the first race. Here you can see we're all nose to tail. The leaders have checked out just a little bit, but we're all nose to tail. See, one kart goes up way high and hits the tires below the flag stand. So caution probably will come out this time. And it looks like it did, yeah. You see that car actually gets his spot back. It's at the white 94 in front of the green car to Cole Perkle. So that caution didn't really benefit me any. But it was actually that orange and black car, my mistake. But that caution didn't benefit me any, and honestly just hurt me because we were getting a good run. But at least the leaders had to close back in. The karts behind me have been really aggressive on the caution. You can see that guy actually pulls off when we're going to the green. And I got lifted off the ground multiple times, and I wish I could show y'all. I had my cam box in, which is like the camera that goes in the top of your helmet. Except I checked the files right before I started doing the voiceovers, and all the files were corrupted for some reason. So I'm gonna try and look into that, and I'm gonna try and fix them. But it sucks. I think I lost all the files from that day, so that's really unfortunate. See, the issue with racing these junior classes is some of these kids are really smart and actually understand some stuff, and then other kids are just idiots and just ram you all the time and just wreck you for absolutely no reason. Like in these cautions, like what just happened in that previous caution, like they just hit the guy off the track and then he went shooting the wall. Thank God he got a spot back. But I mean, even in this, like just in the caution laps, they're just smoking you, and they're lifting you up the ground because you're getting pinched. So some of these kids really have to chill out. And here we should be coming to the green. And I get a good start, but the green cart ahead of me does not, so we have some ground to make up. See here, I push Cole down the straight and we catch straight up to that cart, and then here push him back up the corner a little, and then I actually made a mistake there pretty hard. I entered the corner too high, but right here, just pushing and just staying with the field. Because all you want to do right now is just not get hung to the outside. And here, Cole actually hits the back of the black and orange cart ahead of me. And I'm able to slip by him, and he loses another spot behind me. You see here, I was arcing it more in the center. So it was entering lower and then pushing out farther off the center, and then shooting down on the bottom again after the middle of the corner. So I was taking a different line compared to everyone else. And this blue and orange cart was being really aggressive. He was just smacking me in the middle of the corner, and all he was doing was just screwing us both, because he was holding himself up, and then he was holding me up, and then we were just losing sight of the pack ahead. You see there, I pinch him to the inside, and I'm able to get down right back behind him up that corner. And here, now all I have to do is I just have to focus on that blue and orange cart, and I get a bad run there. And he's actually pulling for me a good bit. You see, Cole's helping me there. We catch him pretty easily. There, I give him a good shove. And man, he kept getting sideways out of two, and I thought for sure I was going to be able to get him. I just had to play my entry right and just be able to get him. Like here, you can see he slides up the track. You see there, Cole gets in the back of me on accident and almost takes me out of the corner. And he ends up losing a spot because of that also. But he almost took himself out too, so. But because of that little mishap, we lost the cart ahead, and this other white cart just caught up to me. And right now I could hear that white cart behind me, like I could hear his motor, but I had yet to see him. Like even there, it looks like I probably should have seen him, but I hadn't even seen him yet. But he falls way back off my bumper. You see right now there's a cart spun off the high side out of 2. And he had been there for a couple of laps at this point. And right now I was just hoping they would throw a caution for him. But at this big track, I guess it was wide enough that they weren't even throwing cautions. Like, there was a guy in super heavy Max Daddy, which was the modified class. And he got all the way up on his side on the tires, and they never even threw a caution for him. He jumped out of his cart, flipped it over, and then just pushed it straight off the track. All day I was struggling with my lines. I was trying to find a different line. In this race I actually tried trail braking into 3 and into 2. But nothing was really working out too well. And like 3 laps to go in the pro race, I finally found a good line through 3 and 4. I entered almost like a cart higher and entered later, and I found a great line. But obviously too little too late. I have 3 laps left. So it doesn't really matter. You see a cart spins off there. Another cart on the front stretch. And checker flag.
That was the finish. Alright, I don't know how many carts wrecked coming across the fishing line.
But all in all, it was a good race. And I only ended up gaining 1 spot. But me and Cole flipped spots, basically, in both the pro race and the points race. But it was a good race.
We broke away from the pack, man. You know how to just work together after this.
Yeah, I got right up there. Overall race went well. It wasn't how I wanted it to go. Had a bunch of speed coming out of 2, but there was a couple of kids behind me that were beating my back door off and just screwed me all up, screwed themselves up. And I was staying with the pack good, and once that happened, we just fell way back off the pack. And then there's no recovering from that, because I feel like this track is some draft. When you're with people, you stay with them, but when you're away from them, you stay away from them. So overall, it was good though. We'll be back at Paradise. First time racing that too, so we'll have some more fun. What's that happening over there? Yeah, we're over there with that.
You were cold there, so you clear out too. Before we got behind me and caught one off, we almost
At one point in the race, I started driving on the elbow guard just because this was starting to hurt so bad I couldn't even drive.
Your cart is filthy.
Oh man, it was a dog race.
Well, good job. You survived.